Welcome back. So we are in a new location. This is my kitchen. um, it's a little dated. The blue backsplash is great. So today's post is going to be about things that do not go in the dishwasher, and I'm not going to be doing as much reading. I'm just going to kind of revert to my laptop for notes. So I've lived with a lot of various kinds of people, friends, family, etc. Everyone has a different dishwasher style. Some are super organized and some are like gremlins. I wasn't the kind of person who had a really strict way of loading the dishwasher. I thought I was really kind of laissez-faire. It turns out I'm not. I'm really kind of strict about what things I do and do not allow in my dishwasher. And I didn't know that until I lived with other people and they started doing things differently than the way I do it. So there's a lot of things that I think do not go in the dishwasher. Things like knives, wooden utensils, plastic lids, insulated cups, non-stick cookware, including cast iron, handmade items, things with fancy trims like gold or silver, and printed items or painted items like glasses and measuring tools. And I have some examples of things that have gone wrong with some of these. And I have a bonus question when I decided to research these things to see if I'm right or if I'm crazy. How do we load silverware in the dishwasher? I'm not going to show you my dishwasher because it currently has a load of dirty stuff in it. So we're going to leave that where it is. So sharps. I had heard that they will get dull and the rattling around will do bad things to the knives. I always hand wash mine and then lay them flat in the drainer to dry. Alton Brown has really cool good eats on knives, and actually I watched that in study for this, and maybe I'll do a thing on knives and research more of the myths and facts that we have about knives. What I found out from doing my research is that if you put them in the dishwasher, they will dull faster. They can ding from things going clash, clash, clash. And they can rust. If that's enough for you, they're sharp and they can cut you when you're trying to get your things out of the dishwasher. Hollow handled knives can fall apart. And this also applies to graters and sieves, as well as the prep and steak knives. Or the knives can even cause damage to the dishwasher or other dishes with their pointy edges and tips. Wooden utensils. I love my wooden spoons. I have a little collection, some that hang, some that are in here. I adore them. I've had them for years. I have a weekly ritual, part of my cleaning routine, where we oil them. I have broken several of the not so good ones. So I'm fairly attached to the ones I've got. So I always wondered, is it the heat or the pressure of the washer that's too much for the wood? And so that's what I thought. What I found out is it's the heat and the humidity can cause them to warp and crack. And once they're cracked, then things can get in there. The oils can be removed or destroyed, which, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Cooking. Sorry. Again, this is real and unedited. So hand wash. Do not soak because the water gets in the wooden fibers and swells it. Rub it with a food-safe mineral oil on a regular basis to keep your spoons and cutting boards in their best condition. Again, I do mine monthly. Storage container lids. I didn't really feel the need to do a whole lot of research because I have things like this. Can you see that? Yeah, that's just one of them. I have some other ones where they've got the snap lock lids and a whole hinge is just cracked and broken right off. So I don't really have to do a lot of research for that. But research shows that I'm not just being touchy, and you can share it too. So you can say, see, this person on the internet has their stuff get destroyed too. Some hard plastics are okay on the top rack. Tupperware and disposable plastic containers, good job for reusing them, should be hand washed. Consumer Reports Director of Product Safety, somebody you can definitely trust, not just me, lets us know that a dishwasher's heat can cause harmful chemicals such as phthalates and BPA to leach from plastics that contain them. And so we worry about the BPAs and the BPBs, so we're kind of migrating down the alphabet of the BPs, and none of them are actually really good for us. but that's a different topic to get into. So if you're going to wash them in the dishwasher, use the top rack and avoid the sanitize function because the really high heat is what causes the damage. Insulated cups, travel mugs. These kind of things. Actually, this is a double whammy because it's an insulated cup and it's got paint on it. Oh yeah. Got one of these, it's got ruined. I think it's from me dropping it. It's got a nice crack here, so water now gets inside. And that's one of the problems I get with the insulated cups. So is it the glue that can't hold up or what? I don't know. The vacuum seal and the ability to retain heat can be ruined. Well, yeah, of course, if you run the vacuum seal, that's how it retains heat. And once you've got it cracked or ruined the seal here, then water can get in between. And then, ew, grossness. Non-stick cookware. Some of the people who make non-stick cookware don't like to use non-stick cookware. So it's great and it's safe until you get cracks in the finish or scratches. That's the word. So stop using it when you have scratches in your non-stick cookware because that's when the finish starts to come off. It's safe until then. Well, okay, don't quote me on that, sorry. It's safer until then. Make your own choices. So what does the dishwasher do? How is it bad for it? Is it the rattling around? It's the soap. And don't try replacing dishwasher soap with hand washing soap in your dishwasher. I did that one time when it was a wee little bitty thing. I was being helpful. I was loading the dishwasher for my mom for Mother's Day because we were getting ready to go Mother's Day shopping. It was the night before, and that's when we went as a family. So mom was staying behind. Oh man, she's gonna get the house to herself. Well, she got to spend that time mopping the foam from the kitchen floor. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Sorry. So it's the heat that can wash away the finish. Or worded even more scarily, the dishwashing process can break down the coating, causing it to flake off during cooking and ruining the nonstick finish, because that's what you want with your eggs. Cast iron simply loses its seasoning and rust. Maybe cast iron needs its own entry for me to write on, since I learned something recently about it. I have a new pan though. Handmade stuff. So we have some really cool artisans here in town. They make really cool mugs. I buy some for my family every year because we love them. We have different makers. I like Jenny and a cow. I don't know where, here's, oh, this is one of my favorites. It's a whale. It's a whale tail. Isn't that cute? I love it. So we've got a lot of really cool handmade potters here in this town. So again, I buy them. So some of them will say that they're dishwasher safe. And I have spoken to a few of the craftsmen here in town, artisans here in town, and they do say that they put theirs in the dishwasher. Do what you will. I wash mine. But then, where's my other one? I'm also the Hulk who broke the handle off of this hand washing it. Oops. So when you live with somebody like me, sometimes you have to weigh the risks of the dishwasher breaking your stuff or me breaking your stuff. Know your limits. So yeah. We only have the mugs that we like. We don't have a matching coffee set. We just have the mugs that we like, the ones that mean something to us. And okay, so I didn't know when I bought these really cute mugs that I was going to be hand washing them, but it's a commitment that I make. It's my neurosis on this. Some of the times the manufacturers say to wash it. Stick with what the manufacturer says. Printed items. Nothing like buying a souvenir glass and having it get ruined, worn away. We've got lots of parts of the design that are just flaking off here. Or having the gradient lines on your measuring cups disappear because you're putting it in the dishwasher and the high heat and the soap is washing it off. I have quite a few measuring cups that are a mystery to me. Some of the plastic ones that had the printed things on them, I have no idea what size they are. I've actually taken Sharpie and written the number on the back of the handle, so I know what size they are. Because, okay, obviously 1 cup and half cup, but I'm a little not so good on the 3rd and 4th cup. They blend together a little too much. So the research says detergent removes the measurement and removes the paint, and the pressure and heat also do a number on those fancy pictures. And the same thing for the fancy trims, the golds and the metals. And yeah, don't put those in the microwave. Never put those in the microwave. Metal trim in the microwave, sparks. So other things I learned while I was doing the research. Aluminum isn't dishwasher safe. It will scratch and get dull. Oh, okay, cool. Disposable aluminum can get black marks on the aluminum item or other things that are in the dishwasher. So yay you for reusing your disposable aluminum pans, but maybe not in the dishwasher. Copper pots can change color. Delicate crystal can fall victim to the heat, the detergent, cracking, chipping, or just plain losing shine. And again, I'm always afraid of breaking it. It's one of those things. We had really nice glass dishes. My mom would bring them out like once a year, put them in the dishwasher, and always lose one. So I hand wash what we have left. Copper pots change color. Baking sheets, which they're non-stick, so I treat them like non-stick. Hand wash. They can discolor and warp. And those air bake ones can also get water in between the layers. Again, think of it like the insulated. Enamelware, even if it's safe for the dishwasher, try not to run it in there a whole lot because the finish can dull and maybe even flake off. Milk glass, for those who know or collect, can be chipped or turn yellow. Pressure cooker lids, Instant Pot users, pay attention, can get food lodged into the regulator and the safety valve. Yuck. I have found that with some of our fancy blenders and food processors. We get food up in the handles and then you can't get it out. And it's really gross. Brass, bronze, or pewter can become pitted or discolored. Paper labels and food can clog the dishwasher. So when you're like me and you're reusing your glass jars to put foods in or things like that, make sure that you've got as much of the paper label off as you can. I'll soak them before I put them in. Always check to see if an item is dishwasher safe before loading it. I mean, that one's fairly obvious. They should say on there, I will hold on to the packaging that came with my items so I can refer back to it. Or just err on the side of caution. When in doubt, wash by hand or plan to replace. But in the long run, that's costly for you and the environment. I know a lot of people treat their knives really roughly, and then they complain that they have really bad knives, and then they just get new ones. It's okay, well, just buy better stuff as you can. I know not everybody can, but when you have the stuff, take care of the stuff. It will last longer. And again, it's better for you and the environment. This is where the crunchy thing comes in. I also found out that people put all kinds of things in the dishwasher that the dishwasher was not meant to use. Fish, keyboards, bras. I never thought about putting any of those things in the dishwasher, but it's amazing what people do. And the silverware question. The final answer to the silverware question. Dum-ba-dum. Up or down? You ready? It doesn't matter. And so this is my humbling thing because I personally believe in the ups. Actually, I used to believe in the downs because I didn't like to grab the ups. I don't want to grab the bowl of the spoon to put the spoon away. I like grabbing the handle. It felt cleaner to me. But now we have one of these really cool basket thingies in our dishwasher that holds everything apart. And some of our silverware doesn't go down. And if it goes down, it might not come back out. I know physically it doesn't work that way, but experientially, it absolutely works that way. You can put the fork in the dishwasher. I cannot get the fork back out without spending 2 minutes wrestling with it. And I have way better things to do with those 2 minutes than wrestle with forks on my dishwasher. So give the fork carefully. So some say knives and pointy things should go handle up. handle up to reduce injury when you're unloading. And that makes absolute sense. And that's actually kind of how I load mine because our handles are too fat to go in the basket. Spoon handles can be placed down, so the spoon part is up, and to save room by staggering of items. So I'll do like spoons, forks, knives. And also you want to avoid your spoons spooning. Again, we have one of those cool little basket things that has little separator parts. And so our spoons don't spoon so badly, but we still do get spoons that have peanut butter all over them because they were a little too close to their neighbor. Do not mix silver and stainless. I forgot why, but just wash all of one kind. Check your owner's manual for your specific dishwasher. Some models do actually have a preference for up or down with the handles, but not with mine and not with most of the newer ones. It doesn't really matter. So again, just make sure that your silverware doesn't nest together. Spoons won't come clean if they are at all, spooning. So that is, plastics. This was one of those cool peanut butter pretzel jars that I use for my flour. And if you can see, it got put in the dishwasher. So it's now all nice and warped. So this is what happens to plastics. I think especially because I've never run the heat cycle and I think the heat cycle got turned on. So that's what happened to that one. So here, that is my examples of things that can go wrong in the dishwasher. So now I can finally throw that lid out. I've been holding on to that lid so I can show examples of some of the things that can go wrong. Thanks for sticking with me. And next week we'll come up with something new and different, and maybe something new and different for the hair. What do you think? I'm having fun with it. And thank you for joining me. And if there's anything you guys want me to spend my time looking up so that you don't have to, and then we'll come together and we'll all learn a little bit of something. Thanks. Bye.